The Night House. You were interested when you found out that it's David Bruckner directed it.
Yes, I was actually scared that it wasn't going to be horror enough for me. Mm-hmm. And I was still moaning about the fact that I had to get dressed and go to the movie theatre.
Yes, we went to see this in cinema, which was the reason we wanted to do that. Is I'm surprised that they actually released it here in cinema.
Yes, and
it's a very low-key, scary movie.
Yes, and when I heard that the director of The Ritual is the same director, I was actually very keen to see the movie.
David Bruckner.
Yes.
And stuff that he's done before was the VHS anthology series. He did episode there, and SOUTHBOUND, which we also screened at Horrorfest when it released back then. So the African actress Maria Olsen, who's living in the States, she was in that. And the guys who did that, the group, they call themselves Radio Silence, they're also involved in the new Scream movie that's coming in 2022.
Wow, another Scream movie.
Well, you know, they say they're going to sort of honor Wes Craven's vibe, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the fifth one, we'll see how that goes.
Yes.
But another thing that David Bruckner is involved with, which something that you like, is Hellraiser.
Yes.
He's doing the upcoming Hellraiser. I haven't looked into it because I don't want to. If it's a reboot, a remake, continuation, because some of those Hellraisers with that dude with the bulging eyes that replaced...
Doug Bradley, who played the original Pinhead, he was for sure the best. It's like replacing Freddy Krueger. There's no point.
No, that wasn't a good move. I don't know how many movies they did with that. Did several. I mean, there's been so many Hellraiser movies. I only saw up until about 5.
I only saw the Hellraiser movies with Doug Bradley in them.
But you did see that one with the one guy that looks like he's got bulgy eye syndrome. We watched it.
Oh yes,
but
I did.
I think I almost fell asleep on that.
I blocked it out.
It's like it was kind of like in this family's house. That's like it.
It wasn't.
I don't even know. I can't remember what it's called.
No.
But it's another Hellraiser that
I know.
That could have easily killed the franchise. But now, hopefully, if David Bruckner does something, I know there was everyone was freaking out because they wanted to switch Pinhead to a female character.
There is a female Cenobite, which you don't need to change Pinhead to a female. The female character is actually quite a cool Cenobite.
Yeah. I mean, why do you need it to be male? What's the difference? Who cares?
Exactly.
It's someone inflicting pain. So some people probably probably fits a woman better too.
But we've now segued.
That's what we do.
Mursha.
What were we talking about? The Night House.
The Night House.
Anyway, well, it's the same director.
The Ritual you can actually catch on Netflix. Ritual is based on sort of Norse folklore and mythology. And it was brilliant. I thought it's in my top 20 lists for sure.
We'll have to revisit that.
So that was why I actually bothered to go and watch The Night House.
But like we said, it's not many movies getting cinema releases unless it's like big budget stuff. That also locally in the box office, movies like Black Widow
didn't do well.
Marvel movie didn't do as great as they were hoping. Same with I think the Fast and Furious did a bit better, but not.
Yeah, people are still hesitant.
Compared to what it used to do.
People are still hesitant.
And the cinemas are restricted in the seating.
Yes, and it's expensive. It is expensive. And they are up against major streaming competitions.
So now when the press screening for this came up, we made a plan to go watch it. Because...
We wanted to do a review.
And we wanted to see it.
Yes.
And was it worth watching?
Absolutely. I really enjoyed it. It was quite hectic in places.
Well, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, the movie starts off with literally she comes back from her husband's funeral. That's literally the first shot. She comes back into her house. This beautiful house that was built.
He built it.
The husband built it next to a lake. It's really beautiful, and you can see that the house was completely designed with the two of them in mind, and she's now returning to this empty house, this beautiful empty house, big, and immediately things start going like it's
Strange.
a little bit odd.
Yeah. And I don't want to give away too much, as we say, but then we sometimes do. But I want to get into how he died, because that that actually plays a lot into the story. But she's got some unanswered questions, and so she tries to decides coming to grips with it and sort of grieving. But what's nice about it was just it's very, very well done, the way that she handles it, because each person will handle. I mean, if you think about if your spouse dies, that's a freaking hectic thing.
Yes. And still young.
Yeah.
Still young.
Whether you've had your ups, your downs, whatever, but it's just if something inexplicable happens, how do you react to that? And
she did it well.
Yeah, it's Rebecca Hall.
Yes.
I don't know her that well.
Although she's been in the industry long.
Since early 90s, I think. Probably then as a child actor,
Yes,
I would expect.
must be.
Or a young actress, I
Must
don't know.
be, yeah.
I can't remember seeing her in anything. But she plays the character Beth, and she's very good.
Yes.
Very convincing. Emotional scenes aren't overdone.
No. Very natural and authentic. And the movie the movie did give a little bit away too quickly.
Yeah. If there's stuff that you can't help, but I mean, they want you to see it, obviously, but you spot it, and it kind of, your brain then starts putting things together.
Yeah, you start sort of plotting it in your head.
And personally, I knew what was going to happen, so
Yes.
Unfortunately, but it didn't make the movie a lesser experience.
No. There's not much to be said about the plot, because saying anything about the plot really is going to give it away for you if you haven't seen it. So we're not going to do that.
But she has dreams and visions, which was also very cool. Was the way.
Yes, it was.
You don't know if she's dreaming it, if it's really happening, and it's just these.
Incredibly vivid. Yes, and she starts sleepwalking, something that she's never done before in her life, which her husband actually did.
Yeah.
And it's just disturbing. I think it's more disturbing than anything else, because the movie is made in a way, and the character portrays the role in a way where it's so relatable, and you can easily put yourself in that position. And there are really a few moments in the movie that I literally hopped on my seat. It was super, super scary
and
moments.
I think after that fright, I didn't hear you take another breath for quite a stretch. But yes, it's got some good scares. It's got some heavy suspense. Got some mysterious bits and pieces. Because she also, I guess what we can say, she starts trying to find answers. She starts finding some secrets that her husband kept from her.
It's interesting because it really it unfolds like a little puzzle. All the little pieces start coming together, and I think they did that really well in the film as well. And the film also moves quickly. It's not protracted.
Yeah.
It moves.
It's all mainly based on around the Beth character. She's a teacher, so some of her colleague friends also get in, and Vondi Curtis Hall is a neighbor. So it's very, very much focused on her, the situation in the house, and stuff that she discovers and weird things that happen.
You can almost say the house is a character in the film as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think that's about as much as I want to say about it.
I don't want to say anything more
Besides
about
that, it's not a cheesy horror movie. There's no slashery kind of moments.
No, it is brilliantly done.
It's intelligent, deep, dark drama.
Yeah.
And horror movie, spooky movie,
it's
haunting,
disturbing.
paranormal. It's got all those elements. And it's worth watching. And if you can catch it in the cinema, you must try.
That. Although we went to a press screening.
Yes.
And we had
We had 4 people in the cinema.
Yes.
No, 5, including us.
Yes. And one of them, this is a press screening, he was kicking the seat in front of him the whole time. I eventually actually spoiled a
You wanted to
section.
get up and go say something.
I wanted to say something to him, yeah.
Brings us to that rant.
Go back to the rant.
Click the link up there. It goes to the rant about cinema etiquette.
Yeah, guys, cinema etiquette. It is so important. It is just people pay a lot of money to go and see a film, and you really just take other people into consideration.
Excuse me.
Dad, are you gonna lend me the money or not?
The thing with that is, we want cinema to survive and not just the world becoming one big streaming service. Cinema it's an experience, but then if people keep doing that, you're just going to push people away and they go, I'd rather just watch it at home.
Yeah, but it's easy to.
So
watch
if someone
stuff
acts
at
like a
home.
dick, just tell them, hey, shut the fuck up.
Yes. Although I did vocalize it quite clearly afterwards, and I'm sure he got it. You know who you are.
If you're watching this, you know who you are.
I'm not mad at you. I just want you to know who you are.
Yes. We want you to know that we
know who you are.
Tell us some score.
Yes.
Okay, you can go first.
I'm going to give it a 7 because I
Same here.
thought it was brilliant. And I can encourage people to definitely go and check it out.
As we've said before, our brains work very similar when we score these things. So, it's not strange if we... Then again, I'm trying to think what movie we would actually have very, very wide... Yeah, no. Okay. When we get to it, we'll get to it. But for this one, no.
But it's worth watching, and watch The Ritual as well on Netflix. That is a scary ass movie.
If you've seen it, tell us what you thought about it.
Yes.
And if you've seen this movie, tell us if you liked it, didn't like
Yes.
it, or if you're looking forward to it, or tell us if our discussion about this doesn't do anything for you, that you don't want to watch it either way, then we'll maybe... We don't want to put any spoilers in, so
No.
we don't want to give away too many plot points, because that's pointless.
Especially because the movie has just come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well,
just
if you watch this in 2030, then you've watched it on an upload link from The Matrix.
Yes.
Then you watch the movie in 10 seconds. But that's one thing about movies. It's not something like, find The Matrix, if the new Matrix trailer, if you've seen that as well.
Oh, it's
Tell
brilliant.
us if you're
Brilliant.
excited about that. People are also very divided on
I
that.
had chills up and down because it's got my favorite song in it.
And it was Keanu, obviously.
Oh, and it's Keanu.
What song was it?
It's White
Oh,
Rabbit
White
from
Rabbit. Jefferson.
Jefferson Airplane.
We just now going off on the Matrix. Oh yeah, so if you get jacked in and you learn stuff, that's fine, because you don't have to sit and read it. But if you watch a movie, you can't watch a movie like that, because a movie is bound to time. It's the 90 minutes you go through an experience. Storytelling unfolds, characters, you love, hate characters, you want to see where it goes, what happens. So there's no way you can watch a movie like they do, like you get your training in the Matrix.
Yeah, so
you have to watch a movie.
if you're seeing this in 2050, we probably dead already.
No.
And this is how we prefer to watch movies.
Yes, now hopefully movies will remain a linear experience. Speaking of linear, it was cool the way Pulp Fiction changed up the linear format, but you still watch it from start to finish.
From start to end.
The timelines may jump around, but you still have to watch it in that sequence from start to finish. Accidentally once, my friend Philip Francis and I, we had Taxi Driver on VHS, and the tape freaked out. So we forwarded past that, and he's never seen Taxi Driver, and we ended up watching it kind of like Pulp Fiction.
Oh, wow.
So we went back, and then the tape was fine. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Another segue for another day. Check out our other reviews and our merch shop.
Let us
in
know
the
if we
link.
should review something for you.
If you want us to shut up and just quit, shut the shop, close everything.
We do this because we like to do it. So.
And if everyone has their own choice, not own choices, their own likes and dislikes, preferences. We like such a wide variety of movies that, we focus on horror because we
That's our
specifically
favorite.
like that. But we like science fiction, we like dramas, we like comedies, we like... Sonia's not a big fan of animation. I like certain animation.
No, animation in when I was a child, animation was...
Traumatic.
Traumatic, yes.
From Watership Down, Bambi.
Bambi, yeah.
those two. People know how to destroy kids' lives, eh? Showing them these adult situations. But I mean, I guess for some people it might have prepared them for stuff like death.
I still can't listen to Bright Eyes. I can't. It's just, it triggers me immediately.
What was that stupid show that was on TV actually today? Come Dine With Me, that British show where a bunch of people make dinner for each other, dinner parties. So there's one woman had like, she forages and does roadkill and stuff. There was like a hare.
Bunny. Yeah, or
Oh,
a
a
hare.
hare.
Yeah.
Pheasant and stuff, and they played the Bright Eyes song when they were showing that. So Sonia just got immediately transported back to. What's wrong, buddy?
See, he also gets like triggered.
Yes.
Yes, when I get triggered. Yeah.
Ay, shame. Yeah. Where were we?
I don't
Goodbye.
know. Yeah. Cheers.
Ciao.
We're really just doing this for our own shits and giggles, no?
No one's paying us, so we do what the fuck we want.